Welcome in, everybody. I'm just getting everything set up. I'll be right here. Got my son behind me, but he's doing a lot better tonight, so it's going to be a fun episode tonight. It's going to get my water, get everything set up so that we can get rolling here. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in that I can't see yet because I'm not paying attention, but I will be back in just a second, I promise. Good evening, everyone. Welcome in. XRP Future Millionaire. It's 8:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just after the flip of the daily clock. Just want to say hi to everybody. Gummy, what's going on? Welcome in. XRP 2022. What's up, brother? Pizza Breath, welcome in. You watch the thing. Yeah, my son likes The Simpsons as well, so put it on in the background for him. Inglewood, welcome in. Chapo, welcome. Yeah, it's nice to have you in here, Inglewood. It's an honor. Jam8717, welcome in. And True, welcome. Pleasure to have you in as always. HJ than you, what's up? 396 TSI, welcome in. Bart rules indeed. Vote, welcome in. OJG, welcome. Sako. Mansur Ali, I love seeing everybody getting in here. Love seeing everybody in here. Good times, welcome in. So, as we can see right now, guys, if we start with XRP, did we not call this beautifully? I almost envy anybody who was able to make this trade. I think, if you look at this right now, if we could get a quick pull down in class, we very well might be able to pull off a quick swing trade here during class. If this comes down to the 20 right now, we could theoretically buy this down here, and I'm going to show you why. You could bounce this somewhere around 401. Even if it comes up here a little bit, we'll say it meets somewhere over here, then we simply would ride it up to 41,651 for rejection. This almost could be a tailor-made play. True, are you seeing this possible lineup? If this were to come down to the 20-day right now and hold, we have a bullish divergence starting in the 30-minute. Obviously, we're on a head and shoulders pattern. And we back tested successfully the ascending triangle. So I really think that there could be a small opportunity here. But you have to do it properly. And what does anybody at Pizza Broth? What do you think? I'm just curious if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. We've had the bullish cross. If we just look real quick, we've had the bullish cross right here. So we're looking for the 20 now to cross the 100. Excuse me. To cross the 100-day. But we need to back test this to prove that this is going to complete this bullish divergence. So a lot of times, not always, but most times, this will come down, and we see it every single day now, don't we? Every single day we see these formations play out. And if we could get a proper test here, this would be a beautiful spot to throw a 10 or 20x leverage trade. If it bounced on here, it really would be. And you guys see as my audience has grown a little bit, maturity-wise and understanding, I've been trying to show opportunities to get into these 20x trades, and this is honestly a good time. I mean, I don't know if I would play it 100%, but this is a time where obviously you'd have to be able to buy XRP. We'll go to XLM as well right after this and see if there's any confluency with that, but this is the 20-day crossing the 50. And now the logic says because we back tested this, we're rounding the bottom. We're rounding the bottom. So logically, this says if we could come down here, we could just come up here, likely get rejected, and then we might come back down here again. But if we come right through the 20-day, this is when we would know this is nothing more than a fake out, and we're going to end up going right back down. So that's really what we're dealing with right now in a nutshell. Jake44419, thanks for the follow after the show. I think you're 346 maybe? I don't know, that's a pure guess. Holy shit, 351, wow. Oh, I appreciate that. And TXORMP, thanks for the follow. You're 352 here. If you don't know, I'm on YouTube as well. Click the link on the Twitch page and join the more than 10,700 other subscribers on my YouTube page. Done a couple updates today, nothing special, but I do at least 3 or 4 a day. So that's what I'm seeing with XRP. We really need to back test this. We've had the bullish cross. This is where we need to back test and hit it on the 20-day. We need the price action to touch that red line and prove that we're building an uptrending support. I mean, you can see the M topping reverse, so we came back down to the consolidation. I guaranteed it was going to hit this spot, and it did. And the funny thing is I told old Uncle Vincenzo from Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing that I should be buying it last night, but I'm dealing with my son, and I told him, you should buy this, and you're going to make money. I'm like, I can't even, I was dealing with so much crap with my son. You guys know what happened on the show yesterday. He started crying. And then he was up until 4:30 in the morning. So I never went back to my charts. It sucked because I knew what was going to happen. And I was going to buy it when it hit this uptrend. I didn't get it right here. But then I said once it does this little back test, I was going to buy it. I watched it and I was on the phone with Vincenzo. And I said, buy it. And you can probably ride it up to 41.6 on a 10 or 20X. And it's going to piss me off because I'm not going to do it because I'm dealing with my son. And he's like, well, I don't think he ended up buying anything. But I'm trying to look at, here's the deal. In a bear market, I don't like to hold a lot of things. So what I try to do is 10 or 20x trade in small positions, or moments of time where I think we could have a nice move. And then I try to capitalize on the market conditions in front of me. And then I can be liquidated out after. Unfortunately, I had a beautiful plan. But, when you have kids, especially 2-year-olds, sometimes it doesn't play out because you can't pay attention like you want. And that's what happened. We came down to the ascending triangle. We hit the uptrend. Now we're back testing. We've successfully back tested, created some kind of an inversion here. And now we bounced out. Now the logic would be to bounce and retest this 41.6, possibly up to 42.8, but that is not a guarantee. You come out to the 4-hour time frame, and you can see what I'm talking about. We had a bearish cross, but that could be a fake out. And we were trying to prove that it is, but we're going to have to get a little bit of price action here to move up in the next 3 hours and 48 minutes because you don't want this to collapse on itself. You want this to be a bear or a bullish engulfing candle, propel us up to here, and then get rejected. You get rejected here, likely you just bounce back to the uptrend, and then you go from there. So, and then obviously we need to see what's going on with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is really a key to all of this. Bitcoin can make it or break it for a lot of these. And you see in the 20-day, we're getting rejected by Bitcoin. We had an awfully big wick pullback, which makes me a little nervous. Because when you get these big wick pullbacks, that means we don't have enough action in the zone, you know, enough volume. And if you look at the price volume trend, which is at the bottom, I like to do it like this. So here's the average volume from the price volume trend. It's on the bottom. I can pull it up so you guys can see it, but that's what it looks like. But if you go through here, you can see the action that you have. So down here, we have 147 Bitcoin being sold, or down here 586 Bitcoin in the sell. And then we come up here and we got about 190. But if you look down here, you can see the average volume. So we got 5,606, and then it's 5,583 right there. If we come up here, we've got 588. So we did pick up a little volume from the bottom to the top. Up here, we've got less volume. So you see now 4,856. We have more people contributing down here in the area. So that is a very nice area that we really could break down farther. Look at all the participants we have down here. You got 5,600 Bitcoin being bought down here, compared to 4,807 up here. You know, so there's less people buying the Bitcoin up here, but there's more people willing to sell in this area, which exactly what's going on here. You had this wild consolidation. It's like this instability. It bounced off the uptrend. Can you go in his room? But we bounce off the uptrend here, and now you pull this out. We're going to pull this out. We're going to see how far this is going to go. But right now, Bitcoin's doing everything it needs to do for this short-term move to come back up. And this is the thing. This move, I'm going to pull it out to the farther. We're in a very long-term pattern. If you go way back, we're in an ascending triangle. But we broke the uptrend, back-tested it successfully. But now we're in this, some could say a falling channel. I say it's kind of like a descending triangle, but you're in an ascending triangle as the bigger part of the pattern. This is just a short-term pattern. So we already started the bearish divergence in the weekly, but we are on this mighty uptrend right here in this part of the pattern. But the entire pattern, we're bouncing between support, resistance, support, resistance. So if you start looking at it, resistance, support, resistance, resistance. So are we going to come back down here first, or are we going to come back up here? I don't think we're coming back up here anytime soon, ever. You know, I think this pattern's busted. So I think the resistance, what I drew in here, is going to end up being this overwhelming top-end potential here. And it's not the top of the ascending triangle, because I think we've actually busted the pattern, and it's just going to take time. So I think we could come back up here at some point, possibly. But there's no 96,000 is going to be hit in this run-up. I just think we're in a bear market. I don't see a bull market. And this weekly is confirming it. But is it out of the question that Bitcoin could come back up and backtest here at 36,414? Or this will meet it somewhere down at about 35K, which is what I'm thinking if we properly backtest this area that we're in. But it's not over yet. That's the thing. Like, it's not over. We just had a bullish cross on Bitcoin, so we're looking to backtest. This is what I'm... Okay, so XRP must be doing what we were talking about in the beginning. Yeah, see? So you got to get ready now. This is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to grab my phone. I'm not buying it guaranteed, but I'm going to grab my phone in case something presents itself. This is what I was talking about. You're not going to force the buy, but if we come back down and backtest the 20-day, this would be successful. We got a bullish divergence just starting. As long as we don't break this bullish cross, this is where money can be made. Oh, fuck button. But does everybody understand what I'm saying that's watching, just out of curiosity? Okay. Damn, I missed 16. That's okay, CW. It's okay. We're just getting into the heart of it right now. Pizza Breath, we're about to touch XLM as well. Good evening, Red Wire. Welcome in. JMF Tracy, welcome in. Love you guys sharing those Tom's Army emotes. Love it. True, you see what I'm saying? Awesome. Just close that. Okay. So we got 51 people in here. So if you're just coming in, what we're looking at right now is a potential leverage trade to be opened up. If we can come down on XRP, tap the 20-day, you're going to want to buy in as close to that 20-day as possible. This might not be, just remember guys, this might not be a huge move, but even if we come down and tap this, but I like to touch, because it'll likely hit the 100-day as well. So we'll just go from here at 40139. So even when we bounce here, it could be a small bullish cross that might only get up to about here. I anticipate it to likely come up to here, but there is potential that it could get rejected in this 41.2 area. But still, that is still a 2.82% move, and if you're 10xing it, that's a 28% move. If you're 5xing it, it's, you know, it's better than a, what is that, about 12 to 13%. If you're 20xing it, it could be a 50% move almost, 46%. So that's the only thing I'd be looking at. And the stop loss would have to be down below the regional high, and you wouldn't want to hold it any longer than I wouldn't hold it past 40 cents. I probably wouldn't even hold it past, we'll talk about it more if it does do this. But that's what I'm looking at right now. Was that a, hey, we got our first donation of the night. I appreciate that. We did get a follow tonight already, so that is fantastic. And then 300 bits by HJ Than You. That is tremendous. I really appreciate that. I can't thank you enough. So that's what we're looking at here. If you go to XLM, XLM's already completed the entirety of this move, so this is going to be a little bit different. So this could give us a little bit of credence to what we're saying here, guys. XLM's already pulled up. See how it pulled up to the top of the ascending triangle? That I drew this in there a while ago. We've been riding within it. So if you look at that, XRP is likely, I mean, it hasn't finished this move like XLM, that's for sure. Now, we might not ever come back down to the 20-day. That's the other thing. You might not get the chance to buy it either. But I'd appreciate, too, if you guys share this far and wide. And share this on social media, see how many people we can get in here. Maybe we can change someone's perspective. Or, you know, maybe teach somebody. I wish yesterday wouldn't have ended the way it did, because we had an epic show going. We had like 72 people watching when I had to quit because of my son. But I believe every single day we're doing what we need to do in here. And I believe we're putting on some positive content, some trusted technical analysis, and we're putting out options where we can actually try to make money and not torch ourselves, if that makes sense. So for everybody who's new, for everybody who's been here before, I do appreciate each and every one of you. I think Tom's Army does something a little different. The T-Fam, this community, especially on YouTube where it started, but now it's coming in here as well. So this is where, like True said, this is where we might get this pull down that we're talking about. We need to retouch this 20-day and prove that we're going to push up a little bit higher. That would be completely normal. It would be the shakeout right before the breakout in a sense. And it's a small shakeout to 401 roughly. To finish the break to 416. It's not a huge move. It's not a huge move by any, or a huge move by any means, I should say. But you can see what's going on here. We've already passed the 20-day in the 4-hour time frame. So to me, it would be logical for it to come down. Look, 40345 on the 20-day right here. It makes sense. It makes sense to come down. If we're going to push up a little higher, it makes sense. You just got to get through the 20-day first. I mean the 200-day. Then you can go home to 40145. Now you see the 20 days up here though on the 4-hourly, so there's a chance that 200 could hold in the 30-minute. See how it's lining up right now? So this is where it gets fun. We're starting to look at this, try to see the exact spot where you would buy, because then you'd have to have a stop loss And you can't have it much lower than where you buy because you're not anticipating it to come back to the uptrend. You're anticipating it to hold, and likely you don't want it to come down under 40 cents. You really don't. I know it's tight, but at 4013, if you bought this, or 40127, you really, there's no reason it should come under 40 cents unless you have a quick wick down, which is where you're trying to buy it. You're trying to buy it on any kind of wick that comes through the 20-day, and then you'd have to have a stop loss in this area, just in case you get rocked. You know, and depending on where we could do it, that's where we have to decide. Say we got it right about here at 40 cents. You could have a stop loss down here. It's just, obviously, depending on your leverage, it could cost you some money, but you got to have it somewhere. We're trying to find the exact and appropriate time, and there's not many opportunities in this spot, but that's one of them. On a bullish divergence that's starting, a bullish cross on the EMA lines. So this would be a bullish cross using the EMA lines. Now, if it does hit this 20-day and bounce, this is where you get that easy price action, and the 20-day is going to have to come through this light and dark blue line, which is the 100 and 200, but that would propel the price action up to here. It won't break the head, but it likely would come up to right here, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. This would be the first likely area. Conservatively, that would be the first likely area. So look at this at a 20x trade or a 10x. Let's say you get it right here at 40118. It comes up here. That's a better than 40% on 20x, and that's a 23% trade on a 10x trade, and on 5x, that's 11.5%. So I mean, to some who know what they're doing, that'll be a worthy trade. And then you're obviously risking, if you bought it right here, to break down, and then obviously you could have it down at the uptrend, but once it breaks that uptrend, that would be your last resort. But this is the area where you would typically get that bounce. And then if it comes down and you don't buy and it uses the 20-day as resistance, then you know you can short it down here to 39.233. But right now, by rule, we're on the top side of the 20-day, which means we have positive momentum here, and until it breaks down, we're using the 20-day as support, and we've been doing it the whole way down because we keep jumping down. Every time we break down, what happens? Break down, pop up. Break down, pop up. Break down, pop up. Break down, pop up. Break up. So now you're going to get this bounce where you finally hold it, and then you can finish this action either there. You know, there's several spots. It could go up there. You don't know. But you're getting this positive roll now. And now it's either going to end, you know, there's multiple spots it can end. But the point is, if you play this right, and you're a leverage trader, you can play it into this area. You're not going to want to play it up into here because that's too high. For me, as a leverage trader, if I'm doing it, I'm looking for this area. Anywhere in here, right? I'm not looking for the top. I'm just looking for somewhere in here. 20x trade. Let XRP move 1.5%, 2%. That'll give me 35, 40%. And on $3,000, 3,500, whatever I decide to do, I'll probably do $3,000. On $3,000, that's a $60,000 trade if you 20x it. And if you play it properly, obviously good things can happen. And you guys seen me a few days ago in, 87 minutes make $1,100 on a $3,000 trade, 20x, and I think it was like a 37% on that one, 37.5. And you guys seen I didn't get the top, but did I care? No, because I played it perfectly. I had to not worry for a split second. So that's what we're seeing with XRP. I understand it can get boring just looking at XRP. XLM, this is the first point of rejection. This is actually, if you wanted to be sneaky, this is where you can play a short on XLM. It's hitting this resistance. It's come through 3 times in a row and got rejected by this resistance, which means it's likely going to come down to 14.1. It has to. So you could have your stop loss literally at 14.4 and play a real nice tight play right here. So I'm actually considering it. I am. I've been ever since I started this live stream. So that would get you 11.8% on a 10x trade right there. Or actually more than that. That's like 18%. But on a 5x, you know, that's getting up there towards 10%. But on a 20x, it's like 36%. Like, that isn't intriguing because we're in the ascending triangle. We're getting rejected by it right now. There's no volume. Look at the collapse in volume. True, what do you think? Do you think this is the real opportunity right now? A short on XLM real quick? I'm doing 1,000X. That would be fucking crazy. Good times. Can I change the 5-minute on XRP, were you saying? Because this looks like an opportunity in the making with XLM. Especially if this carries down. Where are we at right now? 14.37. Fuck, I wish I would have did it. I should have did it right there. God, this almost screams that this needs to come down. Look, it's had 3 straight 30-minute candles where it's getting rejected at the top. No, I think in the grand scheme it can go up. Pizza Breath, what I'm saying is that it's probably going to come down and touch the 20-day before it goes about farther up. In the positioning it's in. The 4-hourly, we do have a... I mean, it's not... I mean, it technically broke through. It just seems like it wants to back test here because there's not a lot of volume. We are coming to an area, though, where we could get rejected on the way up because we have created the right shoulder. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Just going to give my son a snack real quick. I want to know what you guys think. I want to see your comments. Alright, guys, I'm back. I apologize. Welcome to the 51 people watching. I do appreciate it. Let's see what everybody has to say. Are the 49 people? So, because I'm new, is the website. Yes! Fur babies, I use KuCoin. That's what I use. And yeah, true, it has been a real slow crawl up all day. All day long. So that's why it makes it interesting. It really does. TX Orb. Welcome in. I know I've seen you. I want to say I've seen you in here before. But I seen you followed today as well at 808. So I really appreciate it. Hey, CW, thanks for the 500 bits. You're the second person who's donated today. Hey, that's incredibly generous of you. That's unbelievable. I really do appreciate it. I do. So, it's just so tough right now because that is an engulfing candle on the top side right now. So it would be a tough sell to buy right now. So I'm more comfortable in waiting to see if XRP, in fact, does play out. But look what it did. It reversed on. So we're going to see what happens in this area. Like, it's really going to come down to, well, let's see Bitcoin. Ooh. We can already see what's going to happen at the end of this. I can. These are these rising channels. It's going to end up having a pop-up at the end. I can almost guarantee it. When it gets done, it's going to have a quick pop to the top. I mean, it's already started the divergence here as well. Huh. Man, Bitcoin, I should have paid more attention to that and bought it on the 20-day. That at least came down, and if you were paying attention, you could have at least... And it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you... Let's say you were paying attention. That's already 8% just on that small move. Oh, fur babies. Every single day, even if we don't get in one today, every single day there's an opportunity. Depending on which side we're on with the price action, we can pretty much target it every single day. Now, mind you, it can go very fast, and we have stop losses in place, and it's not unusual for you to get stopped out before the move ever happens, depending on how far of a leverage you're using. Now, if you're using 2 or 3x, obviously that's not going to hurt as much. But if you're doing a 10 or 20x, I almost advise anybody who's new to not do anything more than 5. I get nervous using 20. And you guys know how good I am on the charts. I get nervous using it. I'll be honest. ICP. I don't usually look up a bunch of different ones. But now I'm curious. This one's come up to make the move that I'm talking about with some of the other ones, my friend. This is exactly what I'm talking about on some of the other ones. Coming back up and retesting these old areas. Let's see how that looks compared to how XRP is trying to push. Yeah, XRP's it just hasn't. See, that's what. Look at all these that completed this bullish divergence. XRP has not completed this move yet. And now we have an engulfing candle to the top side. It might just roll itself up and pull it up here. It just would have been nice if it would have come down here to give a buying opportunity, but it might not do that. You don't always get the opportunity down to the 20-day. That's why a few days ago when it happened, you seen how quick I bought it, because it doesn't always happen. Sometimes you get lucky and you get the retest there, and then you can buy it real quick. That's not a guarantee. It doesn't always happen. It just feels like it needs to. It needs some kind of confirmation. The top. Hold on, I'll go back to ICP. What's the top for XRP forecast on this push? If it holds this properly, the short-term target would be 41,061, but I would say you're probably going to get caught. Even if you came up here, the top end potential would be somewhere up here, but I think you'd get caught right here. Personally, we'd probably get caught on this, where we had the drop point, and it would just be a retest if it could come up there. If we make the targeted move. See, I want to say it would happen right there. Whoops. Shit. So, if it happened right there on the 20-day, that would get you a targeted move to about 41,429. But if the move happens right here, you would go to 41,902. So that's the two targeted moves, depending on where it decides to break up. So, if it does break up from the 20-day, I would say that... that's a little bit... If it broke up like that, that's the play I'm taking. That's the play I would be trying to make. So, in real time, it's a 3% move. On a 20x trade, that would be 60%. That is what I'm trying to play. If that clears it up. But the top end, it sure as hell could move all the way up to here. It's hard to say. But it could also fall through, and this could be a fake out coming through. I just don't think it is. I think based on the rest of the market conditions, I've already seen enough evidence from some shit coin shittier than XRP, you know, that aren't top altcoins, and I've already seen enough evidence from Bitcoin, or XLM even, some of the other ISO coins. I would say we're more than likely going to have another retest up. Like, that's just what it looks like. ICP is already speaking into the future for XRP, because if you look at it in the 30-minute, it's already completed this move we're talking about. It's already completed this bullish divergence. XRP just started it. The only difference is look how the 200 days in a much different spot than XRP. This has already flipped all the way through. So now XRP is behind this kind of a pattern. So, Tom, what's going to happen with ICP then? Well, I mean, it looks like fucking hell. I mean, we can draw it two ways. You can start it from here and say, hey, we're in this falling channel, descending triangle, whatever the hell. I'll leave it up to your interpretation. Or you can say, okay, we finally fixed this pattern and this is where it started and we're on this, like, ascending triangle. Either way, it looks like shit. The only difference is if this is the start of an ascending triangle, it still has room before it's going to get rejected again. And from here, I mean, that is still about 40%, 38% of room here. So a coin like this is one that could pop through. Is it going to happen? Probably not that far. But it's definitely showing signs in the higher time frames that it's going to complete divergences here. It's already completing it in all these time frames. 3 hour, it's just got to come through the 200. 4 hourly, it's about to cross the 100. So expect some kind of impulse move to the top side here. Volume's picking up. It's verifying everything we're seeing. So ICP's probably going to have another nice move here. I would almost bet on it. And you're right, that's one that you could absolutely make a play on. It's just a matter of where you're going to buy. We're getting rejected at the 200. Ideally, you want to test this 20-day right here where this cross is happening. True, and a few of you other guys that are in here that are experienced, CW, you'll know. When these happen, how often do you see it come back and play and retest this area right before the 20 crosses this area, or right when it is crossing through the 100? It happens quite often. Rejected here. So basically you'd see maybe a little ride up, back, and then it would break out. And it would trick everybody. Everybody would be like, oh, it's dead. And then it would come here and then it would just pull out and people are like, what the fuck? That's what happens a lot in these situations. A lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. DGB. Oh my god, DGB's beautiful where it's at. That's exactly where I wanted to buy it. Man, DGB, do you have to be in that exact spot? Ooh, maybe I have to change my mind here on XRP. DGB's literally in the nut spot. It's on the uptrending support. It broke through the 20-day, and it's on a bearish engulfing candle. See, this is where you have to have balls if you're going to make these plays. This is exactly where you want it to be. And the W's tap. Oh, man. You see this? The W's tapping the support. Opinions, guys. What do you think? Is DGB setting itself up for a move? Because if the whole market's moving up, DGB will have an impulse real quick. And it'll come to the top side. That's exactly what would happen. And everything's set up for DGB. Holy smokes. Alright, I see you, DGB. I see you. I see you. Can you see me? I see you. I see. You know, my son's toys like, I see you. Can you see me? Do, 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 do. I see DGB. I'm thinking, I mean, fuck. Guys, I don't often tell you to buy DGB, but if there was ever a time to gamble on DGB, this is my baby. I may have to go balls deep in DGB and begrudgingly go into it. See what we're looking at in the 5. I mean, if that Oh, DGB. Oh, you dirty little bitch. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, fuck me. Where'd my phone? I have my phone. And DGB is on KuCoin as well. Oh, my God. DGB. And we had these Violent Wick pull downs proving that we have no sellers in the area. Violent Wick. I mean, let's... Shit. I didn't really want to get into one this quick. How far is this stop loss if it comes through? Because it's going to come down. It has to come down. It has to. You would think it has to finish this divergence here because it had a fake out, which would put you back on the uptrend. Oh, come on, DGB. Come to the uptrend. Oh, my juices are flowing. Come to the uptrend. Oh, came to the... Oh, DGB, this is what we were talking about. This is the overzealous sell-off here. Oh, DGB. 1118 DGB. Hit the middle of this W for Papa. Hit it. Hey, Bremen, thanks for the 300 bits. True. This is what I was saying. It showed that it has to come down a little bit. But now it's... Come on, DGB. This is where we can get an ideal buy-in spot. You also aren't stupid to buy it, but we've got the V reversal formed. Look at this. I know it's got the W. Bounce there, DGB. You can see it. I can see it. You know, I grabbed my phone. I was so excited. You know, CW, I'm taking a shot of the Duke, just for you, because yesterday I didn't get to do it. Whew. That's a spicy. If you guys have never tried the Duke, that is a he is not a shotter. He's a sipper. He's not a shooter. I've drank a lot of whiskey or bourbon in my day. This guy is trying to fucking clear any kind of virus in your body. It'll just gone. Woo. All right, DGB, what are you really trying to do here? Show Papa what you're trying to do. I really want to buy you, DGB, but I can't buy you if you're going to break down, because you do break down with the best of them. And now it seems they're starting to... Oh, DGB, is this what you're trying to do to us and lying? Is DGB's lying? Then it really started descending triangle, and I was getting real excited. See? So I can't let your juices flow too quickly. Well, you know what I mean. So this is the moment of truth right here. See? Moment of truth. If it breaks down past here, we know where our buy area is. It's right here, and then we can just ride it up back to here. But if it holds this, our ride area is right there. I actually prefer for it to break down because there's a much bigger bounce back. Ooh. So what are we thinking, guys and gals? Wow, we have I haven't been paying attention to the amount of people. We still have 49 people in here. It's been pretty consistent from what I can see. Man, this is exciting, but you see what's happening here. We're about to cross the rest of the way. So don't get too excited here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get too excited when DGB lies to us. It's dirty, and then it comes here and just comes back down. Don't get too excited. This cross has to finish in the 5. And then what do we got in the 15? 15's getting ready. Oh, DGB. Oh, DGB. Hello, Juju. The third. Ooh. Ooh. See, the 30's where it should scare us all. Look at that engulfing candle in the 30-minute. You think DGB might be filling out this descending triangle? I think we might be onto something. That almost says now, oh man, it's dangerous. I almost agree with True now why he said, I don't know about these ones. Jurgen, thanks for the 200 bits. Wow. Very quietly, you guys have donated like 1,300 bits tonight. Like, I don't know where they came from, but literally, a 300, a 500, a 300, and a 200. They just, some come in. You guys, some come in. Man, that looks ugly. DGB, I know you're lying to us. I know it's lying to us. I do. And I love DGB. But that looks like a top and reversal. Let's not kid ourselves here. I'm not gonna kid myself. Not kidding myself. Bart Simpson, this is coming down. DGB, just do what you need to do here. It's okay. We won't hate you. I won't hate DGB. In fact, I will love it even more if it does what I need it to do. Amp. Yeah, oh shit. See, these are kind of speaking to what DGB is saying. DGB's proving these patterns. There's a W forming here. Huh. Let me bring this out. Showing up late due to family matters. Nathan! I hope everything's going okay. I had to deal with family matters yesterday. And no, not watching the show Family Matters, which I loved. I really liked. Oh. And I really like Carl Winslow. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. What the heck is bothering me? I should say that on my show now. Hey, Star! Thanks for the 200 bits, love. I really appreciate that. That's incredible. And we have a hype train started. Look at that. 48 minutes into the show, we have a hype train started. Pizza Breath donated 1 community gift sub. That makes 21. And Rippers, Devil Rippers, gets the gifted sub. That's incredible. First gifted sub, paid or subscriber to the T-Fam on the show tonight. Wow, we checked all boxes tonight. We've had followers. We've had a paid subscriber. And we've had bits donated. I'm blessed. And we average over 50 people on our shows now, which is incredible. Last night was going to be an epic show where we had 72. And then I had to go. But AMP, to be honest with you, it could be starting a W reversal in the 4-hourly. But it's still proven that it needs to come down. I think all these are. I mean, it could do something like that. It seems like it's still getting rejected by the 20-day, which is what scares me in the higher time frame. And it created this like, let's not get carried away here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we still got to go a little bit. Man, now what I'm seeing is what we were seeing right when we started, guys. Anybody who was here? Pizza Breath, I'm going to go back to that in just a second. I'm trying to compare something. So what we were seeing with XRP in the beginning, is it going to move up? Is this going to be the fake out candle here? Is it going to come back down where we're saying? Or is it actually going to start this move from here and that's going to make this the potential move right here instead of right here? Huh. So we've got them measured in both spots. This is where we're going to find out a lot about the market right now. We're going to find out a lot about the market. Because the Bitcoin and some of these others are trying to reverse here because there's not enough volume to bring them down. Look at these wicks. I almost feel like we need to pay real close attention to DGB here. Because if this holds here, this would be the start of the reversal. Around the 1124. Yeah, right around here. Man, this is right down towards low. So dangerous, but it is right there on that uptrend. It is. If it holds right here, this is beautiful. Look how beautiful of a trade this would be if DGB holds right here. That's a 16%, almost 20. That's about 20% on a 20X. Fuck, that would be such an easy trade too if it would just hold that. But then if you break out of this, then you can have a little bit further of a push. But if it's a bear flag right here, and it's playing out like this in a descending triangle, we have to be vigilant of this. And we really do, but there's still opportunity. Holy shit. Pizza Broth, thanks for the 12 bits. I really appreciate that. What a kind, generous soul you are. Right after giving out the community gift sub too. I really appreciate that. And HJ Than You, thank you so much for the 300 bits, as I believe we still have a hype train going. So if anybody wants to donate, this would be the time. I know we won't break any records on this one, but I love seeing the hype train going. Even if you only want to donate 1 to 1 million. Hell, if you want to donate 1 million, that's good too. Gummy, welcome in. First person to donate me 1 million, I'll cut you off a piece of my goatee. And you can splice me and we'll have 2 XRP future millionaires. But you can see this bearish divergence on DGB. Let's not get carried away. It's going to come down just a tiny bit. Likely. In the 5 minute. Just not much. There's not a lot of sell volume, so it might not come down far. But damn it! I seen that right there. Because we're seeing this. I think we're seeing this before it happened. Well, we are. Starlene! Giving out a community gift sub. Holy smagolies. Their first community gift sub. Very generous, love. I can't even believe you guys are good. Not, let alone that you're subscribed to my channel. But you guys are giving out gift subs and gals. You know, she's another beautiful example of not only my very big brain loss, my female audience, but very attractive female audience that is watching me. Like I always say, I hope the apple doesn't fall from the tree. And I hope it's a sign of, you know, my attractiveness. I attract the attractive souls. And, you know, a lot of times we look good on the outside, too. It's not our faults. You know. But, you know, even if we are hideous, you know, as long as we feel good about ourselves, that's all that matters. You know. I'm just some dummy who talks on the, you know, on Twitch and YouTube. But I've earned the respect from a lot, and that's what my biggest admiration is almost all of you. Obviously, I get some of the people that come in and they're just dicks, but for the majority, I get cool people, and a lot of people that want to learn, and it really, it's awesome. That's why I used to teach classes on Tuesdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays. I had a class, and then I said I'm not going to charge people. I just want everybody to be in here. And I switched it and started doing it like this on Twitch. We do market setup. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. So let's watch this. We do have this reversal. So I mean, it's not uncommon. You see how when you're liquidating shorts and longs at the same time, if you're doing 20x either way, it doesn't matter what you see how it sets up, unless a lot of you guys can and gals can confirm what I'm saying. Now you guys have seen enough through the leverage trading how it works. They're literally trying to liquidate everybody on each of these steps. That's why you have up and down wicks, up and down and up and down. Wow, CW, thank you so much for the 500 bits. Trying to extend. Oh, that's right. Trying to extend that hype train. That's incredible. Hey, CW, nope, nothing wrong with that. You get home safe, and I really appreciate you and the generosity and the loyalty. Hopefully, in the time to come, we can do what we need to do. So, yeah, I don't see 52 cents right now, CW. I know you're leaving, but I did see that question. I don't see 52 cents right now. I don't think you have to worry about that right now. Now, the time you would have to worry about that is if somehow we come up and we hold 46 cents as resistance. But we would have to come through in the short term, CW. Put down 43324. The moment we hold that as support, then we can talk about it possibly. Up until then, nothing to worry about at all. And then what was the one other one? Hey, Pizza Broth. That 12 bits, you say it's your record low bits donation? That would be a record for 95% of my viewing audience because they have never sent a bit. So don't be so hard on yourself. You've donated more than 99% of the people in here. Between your bits and your gifted subs. You just donated your 21st gifted sub. That means the world. That's incredible. What did somebody say? Yes, we will look at XDC, I promise. Adam, that's what it was. I remember Gummy said Adam. Hold on. This is the last one I'm going to add tonight, but... Ooh, this looks a lot like the rest of the ones we're looking at, too. That's an easy one to draw for you, at least. We could do it like that. I don't see any problem with that. We could even come down a little farther, but I don't see any problem with that. I don't see any problem with that. And you can see we're getting squeezed in this area. Yeah, see, that looks pretty good. It's a bear flag. We're getting... What the hell is going on? Hype train complete. 2 community gift subs contributed. And 1,212 bits. See, that was generous of you guys. Look at that. You guys are very generous. Hey, True says, I don't care that the hype train ended. I'm going to donate to you anyhow. 145 bits. What a generous son of a bitch. We'll count that as part of the hype train. So technically the hype train got 1,357. We know what happened. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that. True. Bless you, homie. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of wick pullbacks here. We have a lot of wick pullbacks. The volume's decreasing. We still have 3 hours, though, in this 4-hour candle, so we're not really going to know right now. But, I mean, Adam, we're trying to get over the 20-day. That's what your first thing is. So far, we're not looking great in this 4-hour candle. What is that now? Star! Thank you for the 310 bits, love. I really appreciate that. Holy smagoles, you came in firing tonight. Giving out a community gift sub. Donating some bits. Holy smokes. I feel honored that you guys donate to me. Like, I really do. I like coming on here and talking to everybody for an hour every night. And sometimes I go a little over. Like, tonight I feel like we're going to go a couple minutes over. But I like coming in, trying to get everybody on the same page. Like, I really do. It makes me feel good. But look, Gummy, are you still there? Because we need to talk seriously right now. Real quick about Adam. Are you still here, Gummy? Star, thank you so much. That was very generous. Like, you've been watching me for a while, and you're always so nice to me. You always send me nice messages, so, like, I can't even thank you enough for following me over to Twitch, too, and showing the support. You're one of the ones that have never, ever, ever... You've always been very nice to me, and I don't even know how to properly say my thank you to you and some of the others in here. Just because, you know, I've had people that come and they go, but there's certain people that stick around, and, you know, sometimes we have our differences, but at the end of the day, you know, when we, as a community, when we can get by it and we actually talk, it's awesome. And I love seeing the familiar faces. Kenny! One of those familiar faces. I love it. Kenny, welcome in. Kenny's been watching me from the very beginning. I don't even know if there was 100 people watching me when Kenny found my channel. And it's an honor that he's still here. Whoops. You're welcome. Oh, Star, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know what's sad? I didn't know if we get a don't. Oh, I see why people donated. Hey, we gave it a run. We gave it a run, Pizza Broth. At least a couple people donated. That's awesome. I didn't even see that. I feel bad. I thought I didn't get any text messages or any messages from here. And then I was like, wait a minute. It just said Star sent me a message. And then I realized. So let's see. Star. I already thanked you. I really do appreciate those bits and the gifted sub. That means a lot to me. Gummy, yep, still here. Gummy, I still got more to tell you about this real quick. Kenny, never too late to the party. Never too late. And Jordan, I appreciate you still being here. You've been here for a long, long time. So, ideally, you're getting that bounce that you would want here. You're tapping the 20-day here in Adam. This is exactly where you would want to touch. Because we're having a bolus cross in the 30-minute on the 20-day. This is exactly it. You've had 1, 2, this is the third touch here now. This is ideally where you'd want to buy in. And then you would just have your stop loss at the uptrend at $9.52. And then you would buy it back at $9.10 because you'd have to sell it if it broke the uptrend. This is as beautiful as I can put it for Adam. This is perfect. Like, that's absolutely exactly what you need to see. And you're in a short-term rising channel. Something like... Let's see. I think that maybe a little bit higher. I did see bits flash across the top, but I don't know how many because I can't see out of my left eye, so it was just a big blur. But I do know there was a bits. So that's what we're looking at. That's exactly what you're looking at. And you're trying to get a big impulse move to the top side at $10.42. But boom! It's exactly what I'm thinking. Hey, Pizza Breath with 1,000 bits, so he donates them anyhow. What a generous son of a bitch you are. I see what you did there. You, let's see, you hijacked the community to donate me out of guilt, and then you were going to donate me the 1,000 anyhow. But you were guilting people into donating me to get me the 1,000. I see what happened there. I commend you for that thought. Kenny had a Pizza Breath. I appreciate it. I had a nice 3-day trade recently when ADA went up 28%. Hey, Kenny, if you made money, you got out whenever the time you felt was right, but at least you made a positive trade. That's the key. I agree, Star. Fire by Pizza Breath right there. What a way to end the show right here at the end. I really liked the show tonight, too. So we went through a lot of this. ICP, Adam. Oh! I know what I need to look at right before I leave. XDC. You know, I feel bad. I haven't gone through Matic or any of the Ethereum ones. What the hell happened? Yep, XDC broke the descending triangle. Holy smokes. And now it's back testing it. Wow. Yeah, there's some trouble for XDC. XDC's in a little trouble. It needs to get back up here, so let's see if it'll back test the 3.9. That's logically what'll happen. Should back test here. Wow. We could say we're creating higher lows, though. See, we could say we're doing that. But, you know, we have the shorter and longer term pattern, so... See how we're boxed in here now and we created a smaller ascending triangle? That's terrible. That is not good news. XDC's in a lot of trouble here, folks. And then, whoops. I want to go through here real quick. Matic. This pattern just keeps extending. This is a rather long. But the more I look at it, too, we might just have to acknowledge that we could be doing something like this. And then if you pull this across, it'll just be a pattern like that. And it ends up being an ascending triangle and a bear flag. It's not uncommon. That would leave a lot of room here then. God, that played out so fucking good too. 646. Remember, guys? If it uses 646 as resistance, what did we do? Put in a short. Look at it. It used 646 right here. And look what happened. God, what a beautiful spot that would have been. That was 2 shows ago we talked about that. Huh. But now you see how we're trying to fill out these patterns, so it wouldn't be uncommon for this to fill it out. It's just we're using it the 20-day as support. This is another one. We're trying to use it as support. If we did put it in an engulfing candle, though, so it would be risky to buy it here. Because it could come back down and retest again. But these are rising channels, guys. And I can almost guarantee you, guys and gals, that at the end of this will end up having an impulse real quick up. It will. These a lot of times they break up real quick just to break down. I can almost guarantee we're going to get some fast-paced move up. Because we have to complete this bullish divergence now if it's not a fake out. As long as this 20-day holds, even if it comes down a little bit and then it comes up, I mean, I can see this. We've already done it here. Would it be uncommon for... No, not like that. That's not what it would do. It would do something like that where it pulls out. I could see that. I think that's what's happening. I mean, Wick's pulling back, but if you look at the true part, I mean, it almost makes too much sense. They all look like this. They all do. I see a ton of trades. I just need to get my brain to do it. Damn, I told Vincenzo yesterday that this was going to pan out. I fucking knew it off the uptrend. And look, that's an engulfing candle now in the daily. That's beautiful. Thought he broke yesterday's high. XRP looks pretty good here. It does. I mean, it does. I can't help it. It looks okay here. It just likely is going to have to retest here before it goes up. But I wouldn't be surprised if it just goes first. But damn, some of the ones you guys showed me, those are fire. Hold on, guys. I gotta go check something. Okay. Wow, 46 people still. 45 people. I know we got to end this now, but because I got to do my son's nighttime routine. Hopefully it doesn't keep me up till 4:30 in the morning today. But you see on this, these 30-minute candles, you see how the volume's decreasing? It looks like we're getting ready to push back up on some of these. Dogecoin's beautifully retesting. This is another one. Man, if I was a betting man, which I am, I'm thinking we're getting to a point. XRP never gave us that opportunity, but there's a few of these that are beautifully on retesting right now. And the volume's decreasing. Look at this volume. I mean, this looks like a good one too. Doge, you could take a pump here. You could take a shot in the dark. Like Shiba's in the exact same spot as... Look at this. Except Shiba broke down under the 20 days, so that is dangerous. But if the whole market's going up, that was just an overzealous sell-off. See, 1114. It's right at it. Litecoin, same thing. Look at this. We're all in rising channels. This is good. Now that we know the whole market's in a rising channel, usually you get an impulse to the top real quick. And it's a fake out. This ends up being a fake out, and then it comes right down. Very rarely would you do this, because if you go down, you're going up. I think we diagnosed the market, guys. I think we got it. I think we're going to have one more solid move up before a dump with the Fed releasing another rate hike. I'm telling you. It has to happen now. And the move up is nothing more than reconfirming this pattern being busted. What do you guys think? I think we discovered and busted the patterns. Look at this. I mean, it almost makes too much sense now. It does. This makes too much sense. It does. Makes too much fucking sense. I'll go. Mr. Crothers. Did I see your name on here? Sean, good evening. You just got out of jail. Is this a friendly visit back to the jailhouse? Maybe to see an old buddy? Got a question, Tom, about platinum-based crypto. Is it Spark or Flare, and when will it be released? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't follow Spark or Flare, like these airdrops and whatever. But I'm not sure. I wish I could answer that better. I really do. I wish I could answer that better. Does anybody else have a little bit of info for Kenny? Okay, Ken or Sean, that's what I figured. It's been too many years for you, and you've done too many good things. So I figured you were going there and helping out. That's awesome. Doing churches on Thursday. See, that's how you give back. That's how you show ones that